open up the book. Come on now and take a good long look and see God has given us all we need to be free. It's about you, it's about me, it's about the truth that sets us free. It's about L-O-V-E, love from the Father up above. It's about hope, it's about life, it's about the love of Jesus Christ. It's about everlasting, never failing love. Come on now, let's open up the book. Come on now and take a good long look and see God has given us all we need to be free. It's about you, it's about me, it's about the truth that sets us free. It's about L-O-V-E, love from the Father up above. It's about hope, it's about life, it's about the love of Jesus Christ. It's about everlasting, never failing love. Oh, it's about you, it's about me, it's about the truth that sets us free. It's about L-O-V-E, love from the Father up above. It's about hope, it's about life, it's about the love of Jesus Christ. It's about everlasting, never failing love. It's about everlasting, never failing love. It's about everlasting, never failing, ever faithful, never ending Step by step, I'm following you, Jesus. Step by step, I follow you, Lord. You're the one who guides my heart. Step by step, I will follow you more. Yeah, follow you more. Yeah, Lord, you make me stronger, so I'll keep climbing up, up, up. Lord, you never falter. see. The world is your creation, and yet you're here with me. Maker of all things, you are a mighty King, and mighty is your love for me. You molded every mountain, you poured out every sea. The world is your creation, and yet you're here with me. Maker of all things, you are a mighty King, and mighty is your love for me. You molded every mountain, you poured out every sea. The world is your creation, and yet you're here with me. Maker of all things, you are a mighty King, and mighty is your love for me. Mighty is your love for me. Mighty is your love for me.
Tabby, this one's for you.
And what about me?
What's the matter, Gumbo?
Freckles loves Tubby more than she loves me. She hates me.
You didn't get a lollipop for Gumbo?
I got only two. I gave one to Tubby and kept one for myself.
I see. Let me tell you the story of Emily. There lived a young girl called Carol. She was 6 years old and a very popular girl in school. She was friendly and sweet, and everyone wanted to be friends with her. One day, a new girl called Emily came into Carol's class. She was a quiet and shy little girl. She went and sat all by herself in the last row. Carol, who was sitting in the front row, turned back at Emily and smiled to make her feel comfortable. Emily smiled back at her, a little hesitant. The teacher entered the class and began teaching. Soon, the bell rang and it was lunch break. All the children got up and ran out into the garden to play, except Emily. Carol was about to leave the classroom, and she looked back and saw Emily sitting all alone, looking out of the window. Carol went up to her and said,
Hey, why don't you come and join us? It's fun during the breaks. We all play together. Come.
Emily didn't know if she really wanted to go out and play with the others. She was feeling very shy in her new school. But Carol would not leave her alone. She pulled Emily by her hand and ran out of the classroom. She took her out into the garden and brought her to her other friends.
Look, we have a new friend. Everyone, meet Emily. Emily, these are my friends.
Emily smiled shyly. There was one boy in the group who did not smile back at Emily. He said,
No, I'm not going to play with her. I am not playing if she's playing with us.
Saying this, he stomped off. Emily started crying and she ran away from everyone. Carol was angry with Tim for his rude behavior. So she made a plan and discussed it with her other friends. Next day, after class, Carol went out to play with her friends. They took Emily with them too. But this time, they did not take Tim along with them. Tim sat all by himself and watched everyone playing together and having fun. He felt really bad. He thought to himself,
That's okay. They'll want me to play with them tomorrow.
The next day, the same thing happened. Emily, Carol, and all of their other friends were playing together, this time too without Tim. Tim was very angry with Carol for leaving him out. He walked up to all of them and said,
How can you all start playing without me?
Now, do you realize how Emily must have felt when you chose not to play with her?
Tim realized his fault. He apologized to Emily and they all started playing together happily. So, it is never a good feeling if people don't choose you. We should always love everyone the same way.
I am sorry, Gumbo. I didn't want to hurt you. You can take mine for now. And I promise to get you another one the next time.
The Holy Tales.
Come, I'll tell you a story about a little boy called Eddie. There was a little boy named Eddie who lived with his parents and his older sister. It was Christmas time and time for celebration all around. Celebrations were in full swing in Eddie's house too. The house was decorated beautifully with a variety of delicious food and dessert placed on the table. For 7 days since Christmas, Eddie would come and check the presents kept under the huge Christmas tree. He came every day to check if there were any new presents that had been added. He even put the presents in groups according to the names written on the boxes. Then he arranged them together and counted them. On Christmas Day, he saw that his sister had more gifts under the tree than he did. Eddie was very upset. He ran to the kitchen and cried to his mother.
Mommy, Kate got more gifts than me. That is not fair.
Eddie ran away and locked himself in his room. He sat there the whole time and sulked. He was so upset about someone else getting more gifts than him that he could not even enjoy Christmas. After a couple of hours, his sister came into the room with 2 big boxes of her presents. She sat next to him and said,
Here, Eddie, take all my presents. But don't be upset and spoil Christmas for yourself, please.
Eddie was still unhappy. He looked away from her.
Do you know what the real joy of Christmas is? The real joy of Christmas is in sharing. So, I am very happy to share my presents with you. Go and share your presents too, and you'll see how happy and joyous you feel.
Eddie thought for a while. He picked one of his gifts and ran outside the house. He looked around for a while and saw a little beggar boy sitting under a tree, shivering. Eddie came back inside and took a blanket with him and ran out once again. He wrapped the blanket around the boy and gifted him the present. The little beggar boy was so happy, and so was Eddie. He came home running and hugged everyone in his house. Eddie realized the true joy of Christmas lies only in sharing. Eddie went and gave a tight hug to his sister. Then they all sat down at the table together and began with their Christmas dinner. Eddie was very, very happy.
The Holy Tales.
Hello, children. Look what I have for you.
Whoopee! Pie!
We get the smaller pieces, Freckles.
Now, all of you put back the slices on the plate. Let me tell you a story, and then you can eat the pie.
No! Why? But I'm hungry.
Come on, Gumbo. Don't be so greedy. First, Let me tell you the story. Once, there lived a little girl named Jess. She had a younger brother called William. They used to go to the same school. One day, after coming back home from school, they were very hungry. They wanted to eat something. That morning, their mother had baked a cake. They opened the refrigerator and saw there was just enough left for each one of them to have a slice. William slurped, seeing the piece of cake. He said,
Let's have the cake with some milk. I'll slice the cake while you go get us 2 glasses of milk.
Jess happily went to the kitchen to get 2 glasses of milk for them. William began to slice the cake, but the slices were not equal in size. One was much larger than the other. By now, Jess had come to the table with 2 glasses of milk. William brought the cake and placed a small slice in front of Jess, and he himself took the larger piece.
What have you done? You gave me the small slice of the cake and kept the bigger one for yourself? That is so mean. I would have never given you the smaller piece. Instead, I would have taken the smaller piece and given the large piece to you.
No! You would have never done that!
Of course I would have. I would have thought about you first.
William felt bad. He knew he was being selfish. Jess was hungry too, like him.
I am sorry, Jess. Here, take some more from me.
William cut a piece from his own slice of cake and gave it to Jess. Jess hugged William. They both laughed and began eating their cakes and drank up the milk. So, the moral of the story is that God is good, and if He gives us more than what we need, we should share it with those who do not have much. We should never be greedy and keep everything for ourselves.
All right. I'm sorry for taking away the larger slice first.
That's okay. I'll break some from your slice and give it to Tubby and Freckles so that all 3 of you get equal amounts of pie.
Yes, Holy. Please do that. Yum! That was delicious.